some of my buddies online were talking about swim baits, the plastic swim baits that most of us start out with. I started the end of last season trying to use them. Frankly, didn't catch anything, but didn't go out a lot at the end of the year. The swim baits people are wondering about are things like this. All right, maybe you can see it against my shirt. All right, there's about 5-inch one. This is Reaction Strike. Reaction Strike, they call him the Fathead Junior. It's a 5-inch. Fathead Junior, meaning there must be a Fathead Senior. The main thing when you're using swim baits like this is that you have a lot of choices on how to rig them. One of the basic ideas, and hopefully you can see these against my shirt and everything, is to have an extra wide gap hook, and in general you want to have a weight on the hook, and they come pre-packaged with certain sizes. One of the things I'm real kind of spoiled by is that also some of them come with a corkscrew connector, and if you think about Texas rigging, worms and other things, these corkscrews have been a great little innovation for me because it keeps the bait on it and the bait doesn't slide up and down if you might get a good hit on something. So the basic idea is you want to think about, do I want to have it go lower in the water column, so maybe use a 1/4 ounce. That's why I got these, because in case I want to fish deep in some of the areas. Or you might use, maybe I'll use this as an example, this doesn't have the corkscrew, but you might use an 1/8 ounce, which just gives a little bit of weight to it so that when it's going down, it'll kind of combine with its own weight, will give a little bit of a slow sink to it. All right? But I'll use this 1/4 ounce to show you. Now the basic idea of rigging these is, again, just like you might do with a T-rigged worm or a creature bait or something else, right? The other thing about these, there's other Shadowlicious, the Magic Minnow, different ones with hollow bellies. The whole idea is you want to get the action of the tail, you want a nice hollow body in general, so that when the fish bites down on it. So let me move this around this way. The basic idea is take the corkscrew, where you would normally have the eyelet for your string, for your line, put it right in the nose of the bait. Right? Again, that's going to help keep it secure when you go. Now what you can do is kind of eyeball it a little bit and think, okay, I want it to maybe be text posed, which is coming up around the back, you'll see. All right? Or some people might just have it hanging out low. All right? The main thing is then you want to go into the middle of the belly, the middle of your plastic belly. And what you want to do with that is match the middle as much as you can. You get used to it. I'm still getting used to it. But you want to get matched to the belly so that, well, here's one way, so that when you get it going, you want it to run the way it's supposed to be with the tail. So if you do it basically like that, rather than me text posing right away, you'd have your line, bang zoom, you got it running across like that. Now if I want to text pose it a little bit more, you still want to find that middle of the belly there, but go up a little higher into the body like that. Some people have better technique than me for getting their fingers in there and everything, but you want to also now bring it out the middle of the back, because you still again want to have it running true, running straight. Now as I get that to run across the bottom and then up into the back here, what's happening is that I want it to run straight, run true, and also by having a text posing there, in theory, when the big bass bites on it, they're going to collapse this. Boom, you got a nice owner hook there, nice sharp hook. that's going to get your fish. Right? Again, there's a lot of different ways. If you ask 10 different people, 10 different fishermen about how to do this, they probably give you 10 different variables on how to do it. The bottom line is you want to get used to getting it. And this is also reminding me that even after you've casted it a few times, you want to double check that things don't get twisted here and there. All right? But the basic idea is you want to have it running true. You want to have a weight that's going to be appropriate for where you want to fish it. You want to get down low or stay up in the middle of the water column. You use different weights. A lot of different varieties of how you can do it. I tend to like simply at the bottom, as long as it's running true like this. There's other brands. I think this is Shadowlicious, but I forget. Again, has that soft body and the big wobbly tail. It's going to give that motion and that wake, as they call it. I tend to use the owner hooks just because you buy them online and they're famous for being ultra sharp and everything. And that's about my rundown on that.